classy. We're keeping it classy today on this wonderful Wednesday. Welcome to the show. I'm Jeremy Rabe.
I'm Maddie Conklin.
And I'm Blake Haynes. I might sneeze.
Go for it. That's twice now you've sneezed on air. I don't think I've sneezed on air. That's like a good sign, I think.
I will say it never happened until the morning, so.
Oh, you're allergic to morning
I'm
time.
allergic to the morning.
It's all that morning pollen.
I'm thinking so.
All that morning pollen, yes.
Morning pollen
in the lack of sleep, probably. But.
So, Jeremy,
Joel.
you said classy.
Yeah.
Why'd you say classy as your word?
Because I called this blazer Classy Christmas. It's
Okay.
not called that. I just called that.
Oh.
And again, not that I think it's super classy, but I feel like it's a nice little pattern that I'd make a tablecloth or maybe wrapping paper.
Yes.
Or maybe even drapes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? I'm not judging. I'm just saying I love the pattern. And I kind of feel like Mr. Peppermint a little bit.
Okay. I can dig it.
A little bit.
What's on your bow tie also?
This is reindeer.
Little reindeer.
Little reindeer to match the reindeer on my jacket.
Dashing dancer.
It's very-
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's dashing. Thank you, sir.
Dashing.
Well, that's.
I was like, thank you, sir.
Here's the thing. Taylor Swift hides Easter eggs and everything under the sun.
Truth.
Yeah.
This guy does too.
Yeah.
You
Honestly.
kind of, I don't know if you're taken after Taylor or she's taken after you, but there's little nuances.
Well, she's
to
older than me,
everything.
so who's to say, guys?
Who's to say?
Although
Well.
wait, I want your opinion then, because I think you brought up a point in the office. I can't remember if we talked about it or not, but all these things that Taylor Swift does with these Easter eggs and like, there are 37 stars in the sky, and then this does this, and this, and
Yeah.
that means we're getting a new album. You know, all the fan theories. Surely her team comes up with some of the stuff. It's not just all Taylor, right?
Were you in the office? Charlie and I were going through this because my hairstylist, Braun, she is a massive Swiftie, and she was giving me
Hi,
all
Braun.
theories. Hi, Braun. She's probably not up yet. But she was giving me all these theories last week when I was getting my hair done, and I was just like, mind blown, and it was, it's crazy. So
Yeah.
I think her team, that would burst
really think
anyone's
so?
brain. To be thinking about that constantly, how would you ever sleep or eat if you're like, okay, now I have to think this. Okay, that's done. What about this? Okay, how do I get these
And I have
numbers?
to plant that for a year from now.
I don't
Right.
know though, because her fan base is insane.
So do you
I
think
mean, there
it's
is
the fan
people.
base helping
There
her?
is people the last year through the Eras tour. If you scroll down like TikTok Live, that would literally sit and watch her concerts live and dissect every little piece of it. Like I really do think it could be her fans just coming up with all these different theories.
Yeah.
Charlie
There-
just says, go ahead.
There are things that are Easter eggs that aren't Easter eggs that
people come up with
fans
on
and
their
people come up with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a lot of coincidences, like with the whole 87, like 100 minus 87 is 13, her favorite number. That's Travis Kelsey's number.
Oh, yes.
There are a lot of, I just saw one, I was scrolling
Yeah.
through, and this girl was going, what's Taylor Swift's favorite number? 13. And she listed all these things that add up to 13. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
coincidence? I mean, you can't help the day you're born on.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was the big thing over the last year because everyone wants, I think it's Reputation, the Taylor version or
Yes,
whatever.
yes, yes,
and so
yes, yes.
people have been like waiting for all these clues to drop. And then it was like at the Grammys, they thought she would announce it, but then she announced the Tortured Poets or whatever it's called
Surprise.
instead. And so it's just
I call it
like,
Tortured Poets Society.
I called
well,
Dead Poets
whatever
Society.
Dead
works.
Poets Society.
Dead Poets Society, yeah. But anyway,
That's what
I don't know. I really just do think that her fans are crazy. So, and no
Well,
shame to them. I
You
don't
know
care,
what?
but
Hashtag blessed to us that we have lives. So,
honestly.
boom.
I will say, I do think it's just, again, when I was younger, I had people I loved that I was like, buying every album. You kind of do age out of it where you're not as obsessed.
Uh-huh.
You
it's
still
kinda-
talk about Celine Dion all the time.
Oh, but I don't rush out to buy her album.
That's fair.
It's not like I go to every single concert. I'm not
That's
flying to
fair.
Europe to go to her concerts. I'm not finding, Celine said this, there's an Easter egg. Oh my gosh, she was releasing an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not obsessed.
Yeah.
I do love her.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet her, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's
just
fair.
saying.
So that was a random Taylor
So-
tangent.
I love
Jesse
it.
Inman, is there an artist that you would fly to Europe to see and that you would buy every album and that you would, like, stock in a good way?
Oh, man. Not anymore. Not really. That's a good question.
See,
I'd have
I
to,
just think
I
it
just
kind of-
don't. I don't have that anymore.
Jesse, do you feel burned by Drake? Because when you proposed, right, you were in Nashville and he canceled it, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yes. That was the first thing that was like, wow, come on. That kind of burned me.
Yeah.
And it was like right in the beginning of his whole beef with others in the music industry, several people.
Yeah.
And then it just went down a rabbit hole, and I've just kind of thrown Drake to the wayside.
Yeah.
Anyway. But I got to say something about Taylor Swift really quick, if I could. I was just enjoying hearing this conversation. Charlie, producer Charlie, in our ears, all of us, and in our hearts. The biggest Swiftie possibly on this in this great station here. I love that, Charlie. I just want to say, I loved you chiming in with it's Tortured Post Department, and like the little factoids chiming in. And then when Maddie was like, "Yeah, I think I've aged out Taylor Swift. I think we're done." Charlie's like, "Okay, you can rap."
Wrap it up.
I loved it. I do have a couple stories for you here. We all love coffee, I think. Are we coffee folks?
Well, we are not
See,
Maddie.
Mr. Ed.
Not Maddie.
Give me
Okay.
sugar with a
Got
side
it.
of coffee.
Yes, with a 1 test tube dropper of coffee
Yeah.
in there. I'll tell you what goes good with coffee, snacks. Snacks go great with a lot of things. The company that owns some of our favorite snacks, including Chips Ahoy, maybe Cliff Bars, Oreos, it's the Melendez International. Now, the name of the company, not as important as what I'm about to tell you. That company has developed an artificial intelligence technology that greatly speeds up the creation of new snacks and new flavors. The Snack AI allows for less lab work, faster production time, and for better or worse, fewer in-house tastings. Come on! Don't get rid of the tastings. Don't expect anything too wild, though. They say the AI has been trained on the essence, using air quotes for that, the essence of different foods, so it won't stray too far when it comes to developing new snacks. So, say like a sour cream and onion, marshmallow, mint, whiskey flavor, that's not coming.
Oh, good.
Okay. I was
They,
like, don't tell me that's the news. That's the next story.
Yeah. Apparently they know, this AI technology knows what does and doesn't make good flavor combos, but we will see. How about the taste testers losing out, though? Come on.
Yeah.
I know.
That's lame.
I didn't even know that was a job,
Thumbs
field, but I
down
would
to
love to
that.
go into it.
Well, where do
Yeah.
you apply for that?
Yeah.
I want to taste
Sign
test
on the
lots of
dotted
stuff.
line.
Yeah, I'm like the unofficial taste tester here. Even though I don't really test anything,
Just eat it.
I just eat it and don't tell anyone what I think.
Have I secretly eaten a whole container of Little Debbie Star Crunches in my car? Yeah, I have.
Love that.
I've done it.
Admitting it's the first problem, or admitting what is
Yeah.
it? Admitting it's the first step to
First
the
step.
problem.
Yep. There you go.
Movie lovers, all of us are, yes? A lucky day for 25 movies that have just been added to the National Film Registry. See if you recognize any of these.
Okay.
Just Facebook.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Okay, yeah.
Call it.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, this year's honorees range from Dirty Dancing and Texas Chainsaw Massacre to Spy Kids and The Social Network. Since 1988, the Library of Congress has annually selected movies for preservation that are considered to be culturally, historically, or aesthetically
Oh, The
significant.
Miracle Worker.
And there are now 900 movies in the National Film Registry at the Library of Congress. That's a ton of movies. What are you seeing on here that you recognize?
Hi, kids. Hello.
Yeah, Spy Kids. Yeah. Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
One of my faves.
The Miracle Worker. Love that one. Patty Duke.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some good ones on that list. I'm curious how Spy Kids made the list, though.
That's an
Confession,
interesting one.
never saw it.
Me neither.
But
Oh, I
Wait,
saw it in the
what
theater.
about-
I was gonna say, like, comparatively speaking to the other films, it's kind of weird, but I do think it had like its significance at the time that it came out. So it doesn't. I don't know. In a weird way, it doesn't
I
shock
can
me
see
that
that.
much.
Yeah.
Could I throw out Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
oh,
Yes. That is a fantastic movie.
what is it? Rick Moranis?
Yes, sir.
I mean, anything we can do to
sir.
get him some.
And just like Home Alone, he did it twice. He shrunk him again.
And didn't he do a follow-up called Honey, I Blew Up the Kid and he became a giant baby?
Oh, I think
that
that,
one?
that sounds familiar.
Was that a yes?
It was like the third
a
one, I
third
think.
iteration. Yeah, something.
I
Like
don't know, something
crazy
like
like
I didn't know
that.
if you were kidding or not.
No,
I
no.
had to wait.
You know what I remember?
You know, sometimes I'm like, I don't know.
You know the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in the Ghostbusters?
Oh, yeah.
I just remember the clip of this giant baby walking over the city like this. I'm like, it's like the
Yes.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It's a baby.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah.
Nice little parody from them there. It was good
Yes.
stuff.
Anyway,
Interesting.
that's
Thanks
a
for
lot of
humoring
movies.
Yeah.
No, of course.
Thanks for those great headlines. Love them.
Oh,
Yeah.
always happy to provide.